afternoon, honorable judges, my lovely teammates, and our lovely opponents. I'm the first speaker of the proposition team. My name is Anne. Our second speaker is Alicia. She's also going to make a reply speech. And our third speaker is Vlada. So today we are playing a very interesting motion, and we would like to prove you that this house would use such technology as we have in that will choose you your partner. I'd like to start with the definition of what is bringing benefit for society. So, by telling bringing benefits for society, we mean increasing social productivity, better professional results, demographic conditions, and etc. We value well-being of the citizens of the country. We value developing of the states and increasing level of life. The actuality of this motion is that in modern world, where we're trying to make our life as efficient as it can be, we do our best, and it would be good to have such system that will be help us to make our world more efficient and to have better results. Now I'd like to present you our case. Our first argument is benefits for state, and our second argument is human well-being. Now I'd like to tell you about our first argument, benefits for state. Every person wants to live in the great conditions. They want congenial conditions around him and live in a very progressive state. And such system that will choose you a partner that will benefit the society to maximum means that we can offer people these congenial conditions. What does it mean? It means that if people have such marriages where they will be very great connected, they will be very great such that match. They may have great match because of this they will be very efficient in their professional work, because they may be from the same spheres or from close spheres of professional work, or maybe they will be very fulfill each other's profession. So it means that they will be better in their professional work, and this professional work directly improve the economic of the country. If we have maximum benefit from every person in his professional sphere, the economic of the country will increase, it will be better, will be stronger, and it directly influences on the level of life in the country. The level of life in the country allows people to live in very great conditions. And what else gave us great economic? It gives us very long-term perspective. It means that the country can save some resources or it may save some budgets, because work of people will be used more rationally, and we have much more better results, much more great productions. Then, if we have great congenial conditions, if we have a high level of life, people will be more happy in it, and we can increase the demographic indicators. The amount of birth will be higher, because people will enjoy their level. They have great opportunities in their country. They have very developed country, which is offer them everything they can have, and they will be more motivated to continue their family, family, and it will be better motivation for them if they live in good country with good environment, or than if they live in bad conditions. Then, if we have really strong economical sphere, it will influence on each other spheres of countries develop, and country will become more developed. It would be not, it would have advantage and advantage from another countries that are developing. It would be already developed, and it would be stronger on the world, among all countries in the world. It will be stronger in politics. It have more so many voice in politics and everything else, because the country is strong from inside the country, and that means that the technology that allows us to match people who gave their biggest advantage to the country, who make results of economy of everything else more efficient. It gives to us more benefits than damage. So we truly believe that we should use such technology and improve people's life and level of life in the country. So that's all I wanted to say.
Now let's welcome the first opposition speaker.
Good afternoon, dear ladies and gentlemen, our honorable judge, our dear opponents and time people. I'm the first speaker of opposition team. My name is Jessica and our team's name is Red Hot Chili Peppers. My teammates are Michael, he's the second speaker, and Latifah, she's the third speaker of our team. Michael is going to make a reply speech. The motion referred to this game is this house would use this technology of marriage and stuff, and we totally disagree with this motion. The importance of and the actuality of this motion lies in the ethical considerations and implications of using technology to select partners for marriage in society, where individuals' autonomy and personal freedom are valued. The value of individual autonomy and personal freedom should be prioritized over any perceived societal benefits that may arise from using technology to select partners for marriage. To prove our motion, we'd like to present you our definitions. Benefit to society refers to the idea that selection of partners using this technology aims to optimize or maximize positive outcomes for society as a whole, such as stability, compatibility, or other factors that benefit the broader community. Technology refers to the tools, systems, and methods developed and used to facilitate various tasks and processes. In this case, the technology that assists in selecting partners for marriage. So we would like to present you our case. Our first argument is freedom of choice, and our second argument sounds like relationships are multiple. So I'll explain our first argument, and the second argument is going to be presented by our second speaker. So the first one. The imposition of mandatory system of using technology to select partners for marriage undermines the fundamental principles of individuals' freedom, choice, and self-determination. Every individual has the right to make decisions about their personal relationship based on their values, beliefs, and desires without external interference. By enforcing a blanket policy of using technology to determine marital compatibility, we risk infringing upon individuals' rights to pursue happiness and fulfillment in their personal lives. It is essential to uphold the autonomy and agency of individuals in choosing their life partners, as this autonomy is essential for personal growth, self-discovery, and emotional well-being. Ultimately, the use of this technology to dictate marital relationships goes against the principles of individual liberty and human dignity, and therefore should not be imposed as a universal practice in society. The use of technology to select partners for maximum benefit to society infringes on individuals' autonomy and freedom to choose their own partners based on their personal preferences, values, and compatibilities. Marriage is a deeply personal decision that should be made voluntarily and without external influence. Different cultures and religions have unique beliefs, traditions, and values regarding marriage and partner selection. Enforcing a one-size-fits-all approach to technology could disregard these cultural nuances and impose a standardized model that may not align with diverse cultural norms and practices. So that's all. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you very much. second proposition speaker.
Give me just a few seconds. So good afternoon, dear ladies and gentlemen. We continue our debate, and I'm the second speaker of the proposition team. My name is Arina, and I want to remind you that the debate on the motion this house would use this system. This system in first slide, so I don't think that I need to repeat it. So I'm going to start my speech with a little bit of reputation, then goes to our line of argumentation. So, about the first argument of our dear opponents. They talk in it about fundamental rights of a person, of human, and that rights can exist in our system. But firstly, no one obliges you to be in marriage, to have marriage, and absolutely it's your deeply decision, and you need to decide it by through a lot of conclusions, through a lot of thoughts, but no one again obliges you to be in marriage. You can also choose a partner if you want to choose and to be like free relationships or just dating. It's your choice, okay, and you have this choice. Secondly, of our line of argumentation. So. Our second argument about human well-being. So the system which we suggest in state level obviously will be created by clever minds, by scientists and experts. It will include pragmatic aspects on the one hand, in the other hand the mental aspects, because a government don't interested to give you a couple which not matched with you at all as views, as mindsets, because it's obviously a stupid situation when a government, it will not exist when government give you, for example, for Catholic priest, human who don't believe in religions at all, so this situation will not exist. So the person will be around your interests, will be around your sphere, your mentality, and at least you wouldn't hate him as much as our system can suggest you. You will be in harmonic relationships. So the chance that you will hate your partner is obviously more widespread in the world without system, because you choose a partner by your own self according to your non to your own decision. Subjectively. So the government give you the system with no subjective thinking. And with the system, the amounts of unwell-being marriages will be really deeply decreased. When your marriage is beneficial, your basic needs are fulfilled, because your basic needs firstly is to have food, to have your free frustration, such as sleep, such as eat, and go to the toilet, obviously. So then it gives you opportunity, the most beneficial marriage for you gives you opportunity to then fulfill your other needs, such as in pyramid Maslow said give us. So you don't need to care what my kids will be going to, in what school my kids will be going, because it's the most beneficial. We don't say that it will be perfect marriage, but it's the most beneficial as you can get. So then you have a more mental stability in your life. You have fulfill your basic needs, the opportunity to develop your other needs, and and, for example, be successful in work, be self-realized. For example, we can give to a very busy surgeon a home sit wife who can cook a borscht, sit with children. It will harmonic, really balanced relationships between two personalities. So we believe that this system give a lot of beneficial to people too, to persons too, and that's why we played it. Thank you for attention.
Thank you for your speech. Now let's welcome the second speaker from the opposition team.
Hello, my name is Michael. I'm the second speaker of the opposition team, and we're continuing our debate on the motion. It's 2 months. You know the motion yourself, yeah? So first of all, I would like to start with the refutation of our opponent's argument. So the first argument was on the motion that was about that people want to live in a good state, yeah, that it will be good for the economy, blah blah blah. It's basically just good for the state, great, yeah? So if it's good for the state, if it's good for the government, essentially what you're doing is you're taking people, putting them together for the good of the state, for the good of for the society, yeah, and you turn them virtually into slaves, yeah, because you're only looking at the benefit for the economy, yeah. Real, true relationships shouldn't be based on outside factors such as social benefit. It should be based on love, you know, respect. Love, respect, and compatibility. Sure, quickly.
Even in our world, you consider your financial situation with your partner and a lot of other subjectives that are important on social benefits that you will receive. So this system only makes it more efficient.
Yeah, I understand. But like I already said, yeah, material happiness isn't always true happiness, yeah? It's, like I already said, true relationships should be based on love, respect, on compatibility, yeah? It should be based on outside factors, like I already said, social benefit, yeah? So, even you can be still poor, yeah, but still be happy because you can have this true, real happiness that is this such as relations, yeah? Happiness that comes from within, yeah? As for their second argument, you were saying something along the lines of that they'll be able to choose someone, yeah, pick someone out, yeah, but if you read the motion, yeah, it says you'll be forced into marriage. He said you can stay outside of marriage and just date, yeah, have open relationships, whatever, but still, people will still want to go beyond that, to experience a higher level of love, yeah? So, even if they were able to choose their partner, yeah, what if they make a mistake? They're stuck with their partner forever, right? Because they're forced into it. And we're not saying to completely terminate this or to completely remove it. Yeah, we're basically just advocating to give people a choice, to give people the right to cancel at least their marriage, or at least give them the choice to pick out who they want to be with. Now I'd like to read out our argument. So to our first argument, he said that yeah, freedom, choice, no one will force them into it. Yeah, blah blah blah. So like I already said previously, yeah, there will be people who are dating and they still want to feel a high level of love. They want to go further with their partner. Yeah, they want to get married. And like I already said, they'll be forced into it and then they're stuck there. And like I already said, what if they make a mistake? Yeah, there'll be someone who they don't love anymore. Yeah, it'll be someone who just makes them unhappy. Yeah, it'll be just bad actually. It'll be worse for the society. And by enforcing a blanket policy of using technology to determine material compatibility, we risk simplifying human relationships. You know, human relationships are a complex thing. It's humans are unpredictable by nature. Human relations are really complex and a piece of junk, a piece of metal. Yeah, sure.
But statistically, you can share a variety of person in your in the younghood, not adulthood, because in adulthood is more privileged to you, is more important to you to be fulfilled with your own needs and to create happy for your children, not yours.
Yes, great. My children are happy, but I'll not be happy. I can still, yeah, if we don't use the system, and I get to choose my own partner that I'm happy with, yeah, I can still have kids, they'll be happy, I'll be happy, yeah, and the economy can be good, yeah? It can still thrive, yeah, without all their extra machine finding things, yeah? Okay, now back to our case. I'd like to present our second argument. What's the name of it? Relationships are multifaceted. So the concept of using technology to find your partner proposes ethical concerns because it undermines the fundamental principles of free will and personal autonomy. And marriage is a deeply personal and intimate relationship, like I already said, that should not be based on outside factors such as social benefit. It should be based on love, respect, and compatibility, and other similar factors. By imposing a mandatory system of partner selection, individuals stripped of their freedom to choose their own life partners based on their own values, preferences, and emotional connections. To 15 seconds, please. One more thing. And machines cannot understand the true nature of people. Like I already said, humans are too complex for machines to understand. They cannot replicate, they cannot understand true human emotions. And thank you very much for your attention.
Now let's welcome the third speaker from the proposition team.
Alright, dear audience, judges, my lovely opponents and dear teammates, my name is Vlada, I'm the third speaker of the proposition team, and I would like to start my speech with a refutation of arguments of our opponents and then build our own arguments. So the first argument, freedom of choice, had a few main points. First one about cultural differences, second about how it's wrong and forbidding people from making a choice because it's their personal right, and the third is basically a continuation of the second with restrictions for people that cannot be done. So for those arguments, for people to be compatible and create a productive couple, they need to acquire like medical and cultural decisions into account, so the system will be taken into account to make the governmental structure more productively working and for the system to stay afloat. In terms of choice, I would say that it's not a restriction or violation of human rights, but an organic evolution of marriage institution. Why?
Point.
Okay.
So like I was saying, what if male functions? Machines are made by humans, yeah? Humans can make mistakes. Yeah, machines can make mistakes too. What if the machine makes a mistake and you're just stuck with a person for the rest of your life, yeah? And you will be unhappy and actually less productive.
Machines are making a mistake with a fairly less percentage than humans do, it's the first thing. Second, you still have an option of divorcing the person if it's completely unpredictable, and since it will be a systematic mistake, you will probably be able to file a complaint and arguably explain why it's a systematic mistake and then ask for it to be fixed. So, back to my argumentation. This is an honest and organic evolution of marital system. Why? Because from the very first days and up to today in the status quo, marriage is meant for people to create a union and to not only form something emotional, but also to create a family. They will have a budget that they spare together, they will have goals that they are trying to achieve together, they will raise kids together, and so it's basically already a contract, but it has an emotional impact to it. And this system only helps us make it more efficient because in the modern world, everything is happening really quick. We are trying to make everything as efficient as possible. The moment you
Point.
no, thank you. The moment you graduate school, you're going into university. You have to do everything step by step. You are trying to achieve successful success at the age of 17. And this system helps us, makes our life more productive. It saves us the trouble from going through a search for partner. Because let's be honest, nowadays dating space is also not the most healthy or secured space. It leaves people a room for a lot of toxic relationships, a lot of troubles, a lot of things that distract them from work or studies. And this system saves us the trouble from going through all of that. It can tell you that you can focus on your studies, you can focus on your work, and when you feel like you're ready to be in a marriage, in a relationship that you'll be bound to for a long time, that will make you in a contract with some person, basically, you will say to the government, I'm ready to be in a marriage, and they will propose a candidate for you that is suitable for you, that you will be able to slowly form a good bond and a relationship with, because marriage is something you will work on anyway. It's basically the same you would do, but with less time wasted on the options that are not suitable for your taste. Now I would like to rebuild our own arguments. Our first argument about benefits for society, main refutation from the opponent's side was say people are becoming slaves of the system, which is untrue. They aren't forced into marriages. Again, they can apply for marriage and get a candidate. They aren't forced to live in this marriage forever. They can divorce a person if it's completely a wrong match, etc., etc. They aren't entirely changing their lives. They aren't working for free or something. They are making a voluntary choice. They know what responsibilities it takes. They know what they are going for. And so it is not in no way in slavery. Not to mention that the benefits... Okay.
Right, so you're saying that they can choose a partner, they can divorce that. In the motion it clearly says it is impossible to refuse such marriage,
yes,
so you're forced into it,
okay,
yeah? Yeah, no one says you can divorce, yeah?
Thank you. You are not allowed to refuse this marriage if you are planning to marry. However, if you are not trying to marry but in a casual relationship, it's not controlled by the government. What is controlled by the government is only a marriage institution. Thank you. The misfortune of one person, for example, or lack of their personal growth isn't gonna anyhow imply on a government. However, if the government isn't strong, if the country is weak and the marriages that are formed are very unpredictable, random, and they're divorcing, marrying, they don't know what they're doing with their lives, it is not gonna be good for the state. And bad condition of the state leads to poor conditions of all the people who are living in it. So we can say that the benefits that one person brings can be compared to the benefits that a good state is bringing to thousands and millions of people. Our second argument was about personal values, and to this, our opponents mostly said that machines can basically comprehend human emotions because they are very complex, but we already have enough complexity in our life, we have a lot of struggles, and simplifying such things as relationship can also be helpful to us, because these days we are simplifying a lot of spheres in our life for it to be less time consuming, but giving us more opportunities to develop on our own and achieve happiness not only through external validation but also our personal internal development. That is all I wanted to say. Thank you for your attention.
Now let's welcome the third speaker, the youngest of them.
Да.
Нет, одну младшую тебя.
Good afternoon, dear ladies and gentlemen, our honorable judge, our dear opponents, and timekeeper. I am the third speaker of the opposition team. My name is Tweiin. So first, I would like to make a refutation of what our opponent said. So first of all, they said about, they said about benefits per state. So they, like a little quotation, they said that this system basically makes the marriage into like a contract. But is that what love is really about? It turns the relationship into a contract, yes, and it ruins the true complexity and struggles of relationships. It oversimplifies true love because it's not that easy. You have to go through a lot of things with your partner. You have to have a lot of opportunities and experiences. It's really not a simple thing if you are in love, because you have to basically have a lot of experiences with your partner, and you can go through a lot of things with your partner. Yes.
While being married, you are undoubtedly going to go through a lot of experience, and nothing stops you from forming a good and healthy relationship with your newfound partner.
Well, because the artificial intelligence system gives you a person, and you don't have a choice. You have to still marry the person because, as it is set in motion, and maybe the person is not best suited well for you because no one knows if you will still be compatible with that person. So that leads me to our second refutation point. Basically, they were saying that you still have freedom of choice, but it's honestly not very удобно because convenience, yes, convenience, because people change their mind a lot of times, and maybe like one day they love this person, next day they lose feelings, and it's a little bit too much of excess paperwork, I guess, because you still have to get married and go through the process. Even if you are allowed to divorce the person, it's just too much work because you have to go and marry them, and then you have to divorce them, and then you have to do a lot of other things. If people are too perfect for each other, they get bored of each other quickly. They need to be like perfectly compatible. And a lot of people say opposites attract. So maybe like if they pick out like the perfect partner for you, maybe it's not going to be a good relationship. So now, yes.
Like we said before, system will be includes as moral aspects too. And if you want to be in like emotional carousel, it will be okay. It's your choice, and system will include it.
But if I understood correctly, the system basically lets you put in like your characteristics, and then by that they will find you a person. But what if the person who made the like anketa, maybe what if they're lying? What if they're not who they are? What if they have a different characteristic, like you don't really know well? So now I would like to make a rebuttal of our first argument, which is freedom of choice. So a lot of people, yes, we are not saying that you don't have a choice if you want to go on this side or not, but you still are forced into this marriage, and it's not very convenient, because what if you're not ready for like very big commitment? What if you're not ready? And you still have to go through the process and get the stamp on your passport and stuff like that. Like, it's not very rational, I would say. Which the imposition of a mandatory system of using technology to select partners undermines the fundamental principles of individual freedom of choice. Ultimately, the use of technology to dictate marital relationships goes against the principles of individual liberty and human dignity. So, different cultures and religions have unique beliefs, traditions, and values regarding marriage, and this could disregard those cultural nuances and impose a standardized model that may not align. Because this is not a one-size-fits-all situation still, because some people might not want to get married through this, and maybe like they're just like trying this, like, you know, a lot of people use dating sites, just check it out maybe. But in here they are forced to full commitment to go marry this person, and then only then they can divorce. So you don't have a choice, and we're not saying that you should terminate this, but like still, you should still have a choice whether you are ready to marry this person, like with full-on paperwork and all the dedication. So our second argument was relationships are multifaceted. So the concept of using technology to select partners is not really rational because, because this like artificial intelligence, it is a piece of junk, and it truly cannot ever replicate true human emotions and love. So maybe, I don't think it would like precisely find you the most exact great person that you need in your life, and it won't find you like the love of your life. I mean, it might, but it's not really, I think it's a pretty low chance in my opinion. So marriage is a deeply personal and intimate relationship that should be based on mutual love, respect, and compatibility. What if the other person, what if you love this person, the one that you met there, and you are both forced to marry each other? What if the other one doesn't want to marry you? What if they just went on this dating site for fun or something like that? So the idea of using technology to dictate marital relationships for the greater good of society overlooks the diverse nature of human relationships and the complexities of human behaviors. By relying solely on a technological algorithm to determine compatibility and societal benefit, we risk oversimplifying the nuances of human connection and reducing the richness and depth of interpersonal relationships to a mere calculation. which is not what true love is about. It's only about feelings. Thank you. That is all I want to say. Thank you for your attention.
Now let's welcome the opposition reply speaker.
Hello, everybody, it's Michael. And this is this is the reply speech of the opposition team. First of all, I'd like to add, during this game, thank you all to all of you. You had fun. Yeah, we had fun. We enjoyed it. Yeah, great. I'd like to add quickly before I do everything else. Our opponents during this game kept trying to kind of dictate and tell us how the system would work. Yeah, so if you wanted to tell us, yeah, how it works, yeah, what happens during there, then give us a module, whatever it's called, model, yeah? Yes, it clearly says in the thing, in the motion, yeah, how it works. Okay, thank you. So first of all, clash points. So we had two main clash points today, which were about them saying it's a good state, and so about that clash point. So yes, sure, yeah, it's going to be good for the state, it's going to be good for economy, but people won't be happy. You won't have true, meaningful relationships with people choosing their own partners. Yeah, they'll just be turned into the slaves of the government. Yeah, sure, they might have happy children, but that same result can be achieved, yeah, by just people finding their own partners and having true love that is based on love, respect, and like already said previously, compatibility. The second, that's why the clash point goes to the other side, it's our side, and the second clash point was about that they'll be able to choose, yeah, who they want to find, blah blah blah, like I already said. Yeah, if you wanted to dictate how it works, give us a module, yeah, you get it, yeah. Yeah, and to that we said that what if a malfunctions, yeah? What if you make a mistake when choosing someone, yeah? You'll be stuck with someone who you don't love, and that's good for the society. You'll be decreased. It'll be not good. Yeah? All the benefits that that our opponents presented to us, they'll be gone, and they'll actually be going into minus. I would like to compare our two worlds. So in their world, you have relationships that are based on marriages that are based on social benefits. Yeah, it's not true love. Compared to our world, you have people that are basing their relationships on traditional, true foundations, meanings of love. Yeah, they're happy, the children are happy, and in this world, yeah, it's actually where the economy will actually thrive better because people will be motivated to work, and like I already said, there'll just be overall a better society and overall better. So, thank you very much for this game. Really enjoyed it.
Now let's welcome, last but not the least, the reply speaker for proposition team.
So first I want to say thank you for such an amazing game. Our opponents, this was really cool. You were great, but we were better. Our dear judges. sorry, it's just a joke. And our dear, my dear teammates. Firstly, I want to say about the model, of which our opponents tell us. We don't include the model in our game because it's gracefully. We have info slide, which everything is corrected and highlighted. So it will be enough. So about clash points. First clash point was about freedom of choice in our opponent's first arguments, and second obviously too. They will talk about freedom of choice, that you can choose. We destroy your three-dimensional rights of your choice, and we refuses with the no one oblige you to go in marriage. Firstly, secondly, our first speaker said about. If you have a decision, if you make a decision to be in young marriage, it's your decision too, it's your freedom. And our opponents also said about divorces.
divorce in the system, but our lovely third speaker reminds them that we talk and we can control only the marriage system, and your dating is just your freedom, just your deal. So this first point goes to our side. Second first point about happiness. We said that you can make faults and your freedom can be full with basic needs. That your faults will be more easier to create than create faults by machine. Our opponent said you became a slave of the system. You can't be happy in these relationships because you're not choosing. So our third speaker said obviously government doesn't make you a slave because it's just an benefit for them. And secondly, government give you opportunity to develop your work position, and it can also influence on your happiness and create your own happiness, which not develop on your marriage state. So about comparing two worlds. In our world, we think in long-term perspective, we try to increase the level of price of whole country, and we have nice benefits in this. With the long-term perspective, it's the face of society, and we simplify people's life, creates for them perfect position. In our opponent's world, they prioritize personal benefits above the state benefits, and they obviously forgot about state influence on people's well-being. So we think that our world is more realistic now, and it's more realistic when we decide should we use the system or not. So thank you for such amazing game, and you are
Okay, guys.